Welcome to IHE in the Kiss Room. I'm Rick.
I'm Laura.
And in the background, as
Cracking
always,
up, making me laugh is... I'm sorry, go ahead.
as always, we have our tech guy, Laura's husband, KS, and my lovely wife, GS.
Hey, hey.
Go ahead, KS, say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, there. Say hello.
Hello.
All right.
That rhymes, KS and GS.
No, it
We
doesn't.
know.
It's just the same last initial. It's
We're well
all right,
aware. So, the first thing I wanted to tell you was,
though.
it seems like every time we do our podcast,
I'm later and later.
some celebrity dies right
Oh my
before
God,
we
I thought that
do our
too.
fucking podcast.
I know.
So,
Are we bad luck?
the most recent one now, because in our last episode we talked about Suzanne Summers and somebody else. The most recent one was Matthew Perry, the played Chandler in Friends,
Yeah.
passed away.
He was also in The Whole Nine Yards, one of my favorite movies with
Is
Bruce
it?
Willis.
That is
yeah.
a good movie.
And, well, Bruce Willis isn't doing well either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad.
So-
Our favorite actors, like...
Matthew Perry.
Matthew
Yeah, what the
Perry.
hell?
Friends
Thanks,
is
Drew.
one of my favorite shows. I love Friends. I
My
can
daughters
literally
too.
sit and
Binge watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I can
Over and over again for hours and hours.
well I can binge
He
watch it,
quotes it
but
all the
I can
time.
also sit and like dictate the line.
Oh, yeah,
I
before they
know.
actually
I've seen
say
it in action.
It's quite exciting. It's entertaining. I laugh every time. I do
We,
it.
our daughter, our teenager, got turned on to Friends not too long ago, a couple years ago. And the night that we found out about Matthew Perry, she came home from drama rehearsal and she was practically in tears. It
Oh.
was very sad, yeah.
It was sad. Very
And then
sad
she
that
kept
he passed
saying
away.
she felt bad for, what was the character? Joey. Who was the actor that played Joey?
Matthew LeBlanc.
Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
No.
No, LeBlanc.
Matthew
There you go,
LeBlanc.
right. I
Thank
do
you.
like Matthew Perry, though.
Sorry.
No, that's not right.
There you are. It's something LeBlanc.
Uh,
Fact check. Do we have a fact check?
I don't know what their names are. It's
Can
one of
you
my
just
favorite
Google
shows. I
the,
can't figure out what their names are.
The cast.
Joey was played. Is it Matt LeBlanc?
I think it's something LeBlanc. I think it's Matt LeBlanc. Because when
Is it
he had his
Matthew
spin-off...
and Matt?
Yeah, it's Matt LeBlanc.
And who
Yeah, you're
played
right.
Chandler? The guy that just.
Oh, man.
Crikey.
Was I right? Did I
You were
say this
right.
name wrong? It's something Perry.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are both.
Matt,
named
Yeah.
Matthew.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
There you go. So I was right.
The lady that played Phoebe is adopting his dog. Because if you followed his
Oh, yeah?
Instagram
Yeah.
page, he
Mm-hmm.
had just gotten a dog not too long ago. It's sad. It's sad.
Well, I don't know how this keeps happening, but right before we do a podcast,
It happens.
somebody, apparently, celebrities keep dying.
Please stop
There was some
dying.
soap opera guy that died too.
What
Oh,
soap
yeah.
opera?
He was young. He was only, I think he was in his 30s or 40s. I don't watch
I
soap
do
operas.
know
I just
I
saw
have.
it online.
What soap opera was it? Do we know?
General Hospital, right?
Oh, that used to be on when I was ditching school a lot.
Listen, I watched all of the soaps when I was a kid.
I was a Dawson's Creek 90210 Party
GS
of Five
loved
girl.
the Dawson's Creek. She's
Oh.
got the whole
Woo!
series
Yes,
on
I
DVD.
do.
Did you like My So-Called Life by chance when that was on MTV? With Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars lead singer. He was
I don't
in
know
with
who
Claire
you're talking
Danes. That's sad.
Tyler Christopher.
That's
Who's
his
Tyler Christopher?
The soap opera dude that died. Keep up, tech guy.
Yeah, he just recently died, and he was pretty
He was
young.
only 50.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
how
because
did he pass
I've got
away?
a Michael Levin who passed away January 6th of 2023, but I guess that was technically last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little,
it's this
little too
year,
far
but-
back there, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Oh, they drop dead all the time, apparently.
Well, somebody drops dead every day. This has gone too far. That was non-empathetic, not what we... Hey, speaking of empathy, you know what we totally forgot? Our first hate comment, remember?
Oh. What?
Our first what?
We had our first, it wasn't a hate comment. I shouldn't have said hate comment. I'm sorry. But it was a first attack comment, first whatever.
Is this the Randy Rhoads thing?
Yeah. So we totally forgot
Oh.
to talk about this, right?
No, you guys talked about it already.
No, we were going to...
We haven't, but
Well, we have
I
talked
mean,
about it.
we've talked about it, but
Wait,
not
but
on
I
the
thought
show.
you invited the person.
No, we haven't gotten there yet.
Can I?
So no, we did. We got a.
Okay.
It wasn't a negative comment. It was a comment on, and we're not upset about that. We like comments, any
No.
way, shape, or form.
So there was a short that was out about Randy Rhoads sleeping with
Sharon Osbourne, which they have
And
a pretty pretty
there's
good
a
podcast.
kid that commented, and he
Well, see,
is
He kind of
apparently an unbelievable guitar
great
player.
guitar player. See, I should
We
have
have
told the story.
talked about this already. It is on video.
No, it's
1,000 fucking percent.
not. I feel like I'm in trouble.
I mean,
What kind of
Y'all
stuff?
need to go back and watch your own videos.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and watch them.
Oh my
I
God.
don't think that
What
it
is it? Is she
but-
saying that it's on the video?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which video? Because I don't remember talking about
It
that.
was
He's
like
the one that
4
edits
already.
them. He would know.
All right, I'm gonna go back
I don't
and
want
watch
to take sides,
the
but
episode.
I don't remember. I have to
I
be
don't
honest.
remember either. We're gonna go back
Maybe
and
I
watch
shouldn't
the
be
episode.
drinking so much during these.
You killed him.
That did it.
The episode is called "In Trouble."
It's better than getting probed.
What the hell? Where did that come from?
Well, we still have to get the continuation from that story too.
no.
All right, the
Yeah.
wine went
We
down.
can have him back later.
Y'all
So-
forgot about that.
No, we didn't. Stop it. So the
All
comment. Sorry.
There's a slight possibility that we
Oh,
may
now
Nuh-uh.
have talked about
No,
this
we
kid.
definitely didn't.
I don't
Although
think that we
don't
did, but
remember.
we're gonna go
You
back and
did.
we're gonna check. But
Well, then should we skip all of this?
well,
No.
no, because here's my issue with this whole segment. You told me you invited this kid already to our show.
He must have.
No, see that you made up in your head because we sat in
No.
your office.
It's not true.
And no, it is true. We sat in your office and you said, I thought you already invited him. And I said, when would we have done that? We haven't had a podcast. And then I said, I told you I had a plan. I was going to wear a certain shirt. had a whole spiel. And then like weeks went by. I lost the motivation. The passion was gone.
So-
Moral of the story, we had a comment. He didn't like what we said about Randy Rhoads. He's a huge Randy Rhoads fan, which I understand because when you go to his YouTube page, he's a phenomenal guitar player. So
But-
we're inviting you to this show, Cyber. I'm bringing it back on this. See what I did? I know.
My issue is
Oh,
I
he's
swear
derailing
you
it
already
again.
did. I thought you already invited him.
Well, that's
Explains
now
why he
you're-
hasn't
you're
been on the
making
show
my
yet,
head
'cause you
hurt,
haven't
because now
invited
you're
him
saying-
yet.
Now you totally just regarded exactly your argument with GS.
And
I mean,
if that
don't
is not the
know
case,
if
then
that's
I
right.
1000% dreamed of this, and I'm having a deja vu moment.
Well,
We're gonna go
so
back
we
and look at the
know
other
that I
episodes,
have
but-
proven on previous episodes that I don't remember shit. But I really don't know if we did talk about that.
I don't know if we did either.
Either way, we're
we're
inviting
gonna
you,
look.
Cyberly, to come to the show.
Was that his name?
No, like
Oh.
virtually.
What did you say? Cyber Lee?
Through the interwebs.
Yeah. Through the interweb, we're inviting you to our show.
This is
It's some
Entertaining.
futuristic
no.
cyber
just
score.
please stop. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, wow.
Sorry. So, yes, we would like if you would like to come, we'd love to talk to you, find out who else has inspired you besides Rhodes. Your guitar playing is very good for your age.
Yeah. He's
And
a
I
great
mean, we have
guitar
very
player.
different music tastes, so we agree in this, so that's pretty cool. We'd love to hear your story, what made you want to pick up the guitar, all that. So if you're interested, comment.
The chances of him coming on the show after
pretty slim. He's not
After
gonna
all of that.
He was pretty
Unless we
angry
throw some
on-
shit out about, Rhodes and something, like a whole bunch of negative comments, but
Well, we
there-
could
there's
never
nothing
throw
really
out-
negative
I
about
know.
him.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have any
And
issues
we
with
could
him.
never throw out negative comments about Randy Rhoads
That's
because
what I was saying. There's nothing
he's
really.
literally one of the greatest.
I mean,
guitar
he
players
was
ever.
Ozzy's. Sharon was Ozzy's.
Moneymaker?
Well, no, not at that time. She was his gumaz at the time. It was his second.
Did he say that word right?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's a mob term for a chick on the side.
Oh.
Is it?
I mean,
Kumad?
he's probably right. He taught me
Kumad?
the word
Do you ever watch The
troglodyte
Sopranos?
way
Kumad.
ago.
No,
Yeah.
we do not.
You
See,
didn't
that's
watch
why.
this-
See, yeah.
Oh, you didn't watch The Sopranos?
Oh, so
Um,
it's an
I s-
Italian term.
Wait,
Yeah,
you
like
didn't
mob. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I should have
watch
been
The
more
Sopranos?
specific.
That
You're right.
shit was
I s-
amazing.
I started to watch The Sopranos, but I didn't
Oh.
get that far.
Why? Do you have to go check that out?
No,
But do you
just
hear
acting
that?
crazy.
And there's
There's-
nobody here?
There's dogs barking in the background.
Is there a ghost?
No.
What are they barking
no,
at?
Ghosts.
There's
Wait,
anything.
she said yeah for a second.
A,
No,
leaf,
just
a leaf
a
probably
leaf, yeah.
blew
A
across
leaf
the yard,
blows
and
and-
that's what
yeah.
they're barking.
You know.
So back to your poor decision to not watch The Sopranos.
Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know.
It's not a poor decision.
That's
I
what it
started
turned
to,
into.
and then here's the problem with watching any type of like series. The problem is that
Your
I
attention span.
no, I have a good attention span when it comes to
kidding.
watching things like that. The problem is that I tend to fall asleep during, and then I don't remember where I am, and to try and figure it out is a pain in the ass. So
I gotcha.
So that's
I
why
don't
we
know
watch
it.
things on repeat.
Repeat.
Like
Yeah.
Schitt's
Things
Creek
we've already
and
watched.
Friends.
Oh, I
we
love
watch the
Schitt's
living
Creek.
shit out of it. Like we
And-
watch Friends over and over. We watch The Ranch over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek we watch over and over.
He can't do that.
Because
He's
we
got a
already
one
know
and
what's
done it.
coming up, and it's
Yeah.
just like,
If you
okay, we'll
doze
just
off.
sit here and
Yeah.
just mindless watching.
It's your way to disconnect. I get it.
Unless it's news radio. Something about Phil Hartman, I can watch that man over and over.
That's just you.
Yeah, maybe.
It is.
No, it is.
It's definitely just you.
But I mean, with The Sopranos, that's a whole different. That's
was good.
drama.
Well, that was the same for me. Like that level of excitement to watch that was the same for Sons of Anarchy. It was the same for Mayans.
See now, the
Uh,
Sons of Anarchy, I watched that about 35 times.
Oh my
So
God.
I could go back and.
I watched
That
certain
was the
scenes
best.
35
Okay.
times.
At this point, I'm not even sure what The Sopranos is on anymore. I think it's on HBO Max, but we don't have HBO Max anymore, so I can't watch The Sopranos.
There's a show I'm watching right now called Shining Vale, and it has Courtney Cox in it.
Oh.
No,
It's
I would
pretty
never
good.
watch it.
She's a Friends person.
Oh. I'm
Who do
sorry.
you think I was talking about?
I
Courtney
thought
Love?
you were about- I thought you were talking about Courtney Love.
Oh boy.
No, I don't think she would make a very good actress.
Courtney-
I
if
mean,
there's something that Courtney
she must.
Cox
She got
is,
away
I
with
would
killing
watch
her.
it.
Well, what?
If there's something that Courtney Cox was in, I would watch it.
So it's called Shining Vale. I'm watching the second season right now. It's pretty good. The first one, it's good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll start rambling.
And what
You'll
is this
not
on?
listen to it. Shining Vale.
No, what is it on? Where are you watching? it?
Showtime.
We don't have Showtime.
Oh yeah.
I can give you my login.
There's something you should put out there.
I'm just kidding.
We've had,
Something to tell everybody.
we've had Showtime ever since Dexter.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Dexter was a great show. You didn't watch that either, did you?
Mm-mm.
No, I have no idea what that is.
The season with the Trinity Killer was the absolute best. If you've watched Dexter, comment what
How do you
favorite
pronounce
season.
like the Trinity Killer's last name? Lethingu? No,
The
I
actor in
actually
real
think
life?
I've heard of this. Is it a
the guy from Harry and the Hendersons.
show or a cartoon?
So Michael C.
Dexter-
Hall, is it Michael C. Hall?
Well, that's the main character.
So he
I'm
plays
talking about
Dexter, the main character.
The Trinity.
The Trinity season was, yeah, so the Trinity season, in my opinion, was the best season. With the Trinity Killer, I'll tell you about Dexter in a second. But the actor that played the Trinity Killer is the guy that plays the lead alien in Third Rock.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So to see him in that character, and then to see him as a serial killer character, as like a psychological, it was very different.
The man can act. That's when
Oh
you know
my
you have a good
goodness, he
actor.
can.
Somebody who can play a really
We're
good
boring,
villain.
Rick.
Oh,
He's bored.
you have a good
So
actor.
Dexter.
Gene
is-
Hackman was one of those people.
Okay, I could see why he made that face. So
I could go on.
I know you can. So Dexter, they're based off. The show's based off a series of books. The books were much better for the ones that I read, not all of them. But he's a serial killer, but he was raised by a cop. And the cop gave him a code to live by, and then he ends up being a what's this, like a blood splatter analyst? I forget what the technical term for it is.
I think that's it.
With the is it the CCPD?
A forensic.
Like a
Specialist?
forensic specialist,
Yeah.
yeah. but he ends up using his job and his information, and he only kills bad people. But then it spirals pretty good. It's really good.
John Lithgow was the Trinity Killer,
That's his name.
and his character's name was
I see.
Arthur
Rick's
Mitchell.
foot is going.
Yeah, he plays the
Oh.
goofy one on 30 Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're all goofy.
Well, yeah, they are, but like he's like the goofy father
Yeah.
figure of.
Oh, he's such a great comedian too.
So, to get back on track, and I'm sorry because I got
You don't
very
need to,
passionate.
because we're gonna go back to the Third Rock thing. Can I tell you
30
that?
Rock.
No, it's
No,
Third Rock.
Third Rock
Rock.
from the Sun. Sorry. Don't.
I hate that show.
Do you see what he just did?
Why
It's such a great show.
do you hate that show? Why do you hate everything I love?
That's
Because
not
he's
true.
weird.
I mean, it's pretty true.
Because the Third Rock show, I mean, there were like some funny moments to it, but I didn't think it was.
It was
great.
All right.
damn
Well,
good.
first
My
of all,
mother-
That was classic.
it's a
My
great
mother
show.
loves that show
Yeah.
'Cause it's
and
funny.
watches it all the time.
Yeah,
and
'cause it's
I
good.
don't
Well,
That's
see,
why.
as funny as people think it is.
It is.
I don't want to go further
My
than this.
both
I'm
of
gonna
my
ask you-
sisters agree. They don't think it's as funny as people think
Well,
it is.
Mm.
Well, I'm
I
not-
disagree because it is.
It is
freaking
hilarious.
funny.
It is really funny.
I mean, I'm not telling you that you're wrong. I'm just giving my opinion. You don't have to get all aggressive about it. If you like it,
shall
that's
be
good for you.
Yeah, but then whenever your mom puts it on at the house, everybody's like, "Bah, why do we have to watch this?"
Because it's
Exactly.
funny.
Because it's a good show. That's
Right.
why.
It's just not that good.
So I did my homework. Did you know that?
Blackstone Cherry?
Black cherry soda.
I mean, it's Blackstone Cherry.
I
but
know.
You listened to Blackstone Cherry?
I did listen to them. I actually did a little deep dive into them as well because I was curious of certain sounds.
I just want to know if you like them.
Yeah, they're all right.
What? Hell?
How did I know?
They're all
they
right?
Have, they have an alternative rock feel. They've got like a little
They
bit of a
do.
southern feel sometimes on certain songs, which led me to deep dive of why. Why do they kind of sometimes sound like southern rock, sometimes sound alternative, sometimes a little heavier than alternative? Why so many cover songs? So many questions. But they were good. They were good. So they're from Kentucky, I found out, which is where that southern sound comes
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
Oh, did you know? Look at that.
They're good.
Ooh.
Blackstone Cherry.
They are pretty good. I
So
didn't
we've
turn
gone
them
from
off.
okay to
so
pretty good.
They're good.
Yeah.
It's not something I would
mean-
proactively put on, but I wouldn't turn it off. And it is cheaper to drink alone.
Da-doom.
Alright.
Excuse me.
The hell was that?
I-
Did you hear that?
No, I block it out.
I heard something.
I've learned to tune it out all these years.
Oh yeah, sure.
Hiss.
Speaking of which, how long have you two been together? Not married, but just together.
Oh well, we only have just recently been married.
And she can.
No.
way
But I'm
louder
saying
than I can.
together. How long have y'all been together?
What's with the quote?
Because
Together.
married together, it's separate. It's different.
Together.
So we got together in
See, she understands me.
2006. 2006.
December around, or end of November.
Oh, it was around December.
Why do you ask, honey?
Because
I don't know.
we don't
I'm
ever
just
tell our story.
throwing it out
Thank you
there.
for asking, GS, for showing interest in my life.
17 years.
Well, she's on her phone, so I was just trying to
17
figure out what
years.
the hell she's
That's
looking at.
17
and
years.
trying to figure out.
2006
Holy
is 17
shit.
years.
Yeah, I know.
It's the longest
Time
relationship I've
flies.
ever been in.
No,
What did you say?
It's the
I
longest relationship I've
wasn't-
ever been in.
It's like, oh shit.
like on my phone for a
Oh, no.
specific reason. I was just on my phone and decided to ask.
But we only got married. Johanna was 9. So,
It's like 2015.
yeah, what he said. I'm not big on, like, dates.
It was the
years.
day Chris Squire died, actually. That's
Is
why
that what you remember?
So you had a kid
don't think
before you
so.
got married?
It's just
No,
a
I
coincidence.
saved myself for marriage.
But you got married
yeah,
in
you
what year?
did.
Wait,
Well, we had a virgin birth.
what year did you get married?
I was
Like how many
working for
years?
you when I got
9
married.
years prior virgin birth.
So
We
you,
traveled to
time out.
Jerusalem.
I was working
and
with
we
you.
went to the temple.
Can you stop
She
it?
was doused with holy.
Kevin.
so you had a kid before you were married?
They don't
Wow.
let me tell my stories.
Would you?
Ridiculous.
The story actually from when I found out I was
my story's
pregnant
more
is.
interesting.
Can you shut the fuck up, husband?
Woo!
17 years of wedded bliss. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're not wedded. 17 years. But moral of the story is yes, we had our first child way before we got married.
Ah.
We actually had got. I thought I told you this. We had gotten
I
our
don't
dog.
think you did.
We had gotten our dog, Sandalwood, my favorite dog ever.
You did tell me the story about the dog.
Yep. So we got the dog to test our relationship because we were pretty new. We wanted
We did talk about this on the podcast.
He's bored. All right, move on.
Yeah. Okay. So black cherry soda.
I'm just saying. But I'm just remembering that we did talk about this.
Do you remember?
Do you remember the time?
No, I was singing.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out if that's the song you were singing.
I mean, if
You
you're
couldn't
gonna
tell?
sing, man, let it go.
Yeah, I could. That's why I was trying to make sure I knew which one it was.
You need a mute button today. I love you. Hi, Rick. How you doing? So, did you do your homework?
No, because just like every episode that we've had, when you ask me this, I don't remember what it was.
Have I
Oh
not
my
proven
gosh.
that I don't remember
Maybe you should
shit?
have pen and paper next to you.
Like a tablet?
That's what I said.
Ugh.
3 episodes, I said, there's an episode called, seriously, we should write this shit
What
down.
the hell? I didn't touch it. Sorry,
Ooh.
that was aggressive.
Sauce.
Here's the pen and paper.
What am I going to do with that?
I don't know. Write your homework down, man.
There's
I
like,
think you need your
if
own
you go
journal
back
for this
3
podcast.
episodes ago, which
I'll
is
get you a
called,
podcast journal.
seriously, we need to write shit down.
There was an acronym
It was an acronym.
because that
And
was
I
a
said-
way long title.
We need somebody to take notes and then
Can I
keep
see
us
your
on
wine
track.
glass?
And last episode, when I told you to listen to Blackstone,
Black cherry soda?
Black cherry, no, god damn it, is it, bitch? When I told you to listen to
Oh my god, you've never called me that. That was amazing.
Blackstone Cherry,
It's a badge of honor.
told you
We'll pin it on you.
to.
I'm so happy.
I told you that we needed to write it down,
So this is episode 2. We need to write shit down.
and
Can
you
I see your
did
wine
give
glass?
me homework. I have no clue what it was,
I'll look at my notes and tell you what it was. Can I see your wine glass?
but you weren't taking notes. Why do you want to? You're not drinking this, right?
No, but I wanted to see if what we really needed was a refill.
So it's break time.
Oh, I need one.
I gotta pee.
Me too.
All right, we're taking a break.
right.
We'll be back.
God.
Wow, really? And
We're back.
we're back.
Hi there. How was your break?
The break was good.
Was
I
it?
refilled my wine.
It's good.
I took a squirt.
Oh, Lord. Why do you have to be so specific?
What do you
Don't-
mean by squirt?
Please.
Why just
I mean,
wanna
I was going to make a
verify?
joke and be like, oh, yeah, me too. But that would have been taking it too far. So
It's
I
not
didn't.
taking it too
I
far.
I
didn't.
mean, you could have different interpretations.
When you have to go to the bathroom, it's
Okay.
okay to announce it to everybody.
You do know that a
Why
female
not?
squirt is quite different than a male squirt, right?
No, it's basic.
No,
Oh my
no,
God,
buddy,
wait.
buddy.
Talking about that, why is it that
Squirting?
women in public settings take so long to take a frickin' piss and get out of the goddamn stall?
It depends on what they're wearing.
This is-
Are they trying to pull a pantyhose?
Wait,
Because I
hang
find
on.
that
It
that
doesn't
takes a
matter what
long
they're
fucking
wearing.
time.
Hold
Ever.
on. This is
We're going back to the squirting, aren't we?
no. This is the GS rant. Instead of Rick's rant, we're gonna do GS's rant.
I'm down.
and it's
I
a new
pull my
segment.
pants down, I squat, I wipe, and I get the hell
Like
out.
this segment.
These other
GS's
women
rant
take so frickin' ass long.
I don't like
is
to take
about
long.
women who take way too long
Do you know
to take a squirt.
in Disney they don't have mirrors in the bathrooms so that you don't stand there and like look at yourself and fix yourself? And I thought that was genius.
Listen, at the
Beautiful.
winery today, there were 2 women ahead of me, right? They
What were they wearing?
friends. They were there together.
Did
There
they
are
hold
2
hands?
stalls in this particular bathroom of the portion of the winery that we're at. I come in because one of the stalls has now opened, and the other woman who went in before her friend was still in the other stall.
Was she pooping? I mean, maybe
She comes out as I'm getting ready to come out myself, and they're flip flapping it, and I'm having to reach across to get to the soap to wash my hands. I'm washed, dried, and out before the 2 of them
I
are.
wish the camera
They're
could
still
catch it.
flip flapping it.
Well, what
What
were they
you
talking
should
about? It
know-
was
I
it
don't
interesting?
even know. I
Do
was
you know
so
what I do?
irritated.
I'm
I
sure it
didn't
wasn't.
care.
Wait, no,
What-
hold on.
What
This
you
is
should
important.
know is that Gina's rant could go on for a little while, so we
Do you know what I do in those scenarios?
wait.
Getting red.
I Kool-Aid man myself into the conversation. So if they're flip-flopping it, right, and they're
Kool-Aid
into
man
something,
yourself.
I will jump into the
I
conversation
love it.
and be a part of it. However, there's a
Hey, hey,
50-50. That's Fat Albert. Come on now. There's a
What's Kool-Aid
50-50
man say?
chance that... No, it's... Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I
Anyway.
think that's Randy Macho Man Savage.
You're fucking up the story.
Sorry.
It's a 50-50 chance that they're going to love the fact that you jump in the conversation. Then you got to play it out. It's over now.
And then it
You
could
win.
take
No,
longer
I
in
don't
the
even
bathroom.
care. I just want to get the F out.
This is why anywhere you go, whether you go to a sports event, a concert event, this is why the women's bathroom there's such a long line because
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
it takes forever to
The only other
take a
thing I
scoop.
can think of,
Just get out.
and Rick's going to hate this, so you could just not listen. The only other thing I can think of if they're not taking a dookie is if it's what I refer to as a helter-skelter moment, which is, I mean, when you're menstruating, you got moments,
True.
I mean, takes a little bit.
Listen,
Did you say
this girl's
Helter-skelter?
menstruating.
Yeah.
She said
No.
Helter Skelter.
Did you say taking a dookie? Because
Oh, speaking
the
of
hell?
Dookie, I know this isn't going to excite you. Oh, this is
why
probably really
are
bad.
we talking
So Green Day is going on tour and will be in Philadelphia August 9th to do a tour for the Dookie album. But they're going on tour with, oh God, hold on, pre-sales tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Long
The Dookie
face.
album, that's what led us to
I
this.
thought you weren't a big fan of Green Day.
Oh, she likes Green Day.
I like Green Day up to American Idiot. I can tolerate American Idiot. I like punk Green Day.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those people that, we did talk about this. I'm not one of those
I'm-
people
that's
that
why
get on the
I'm
bandwagon that
bringing it
they
up.
sold out. But
Yeah.
see, it's Green Day and Rancid. I love Rancid.
I'm not even sure what that is, but all right.
It's punk.
Yeah, well, that would be why.
gonna go with that.
Oh, jeez, no. Thanks. Pass. Pass.
Some of it's good.
So,
Well, think about, I mean, bands like Guns N' Roses, I mean, they got their start sort of on a punk
Okay,
level.
so
They
Smashing
did.
Pumpkins
Even
is
Iron
also
Maiden.
going to be with them.
it did.
Smashing Pumpkins, Rancid, and Green Day.
Oh yeah.
I'm so
All
excited.
right.
Pre-sale tomorrow. I'm very
And is
excited.
this around here?
They're coming to Philly
Oh,
August 9th.
nice. Well, there you go.
next year, August 9th.
Yeah.
But we actually have a big event that he had. It was a Father's Day gift for him, and that's coming up on Tuesday.
Oh.
Do you remember where I'm going? I have a half a day of work. You're my POC.
We're going to go see Maynard.
I
What?
don't know what we're talking about.
Maynard.
We're going to see Tool. Maynard.
Oh, that's right. I do know this.
Sorry.
You're
It's
going
been a
to
long
see
night. You should be a little bit more excited.
What? Because he's covering for you, or
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
No,
we
because
already
she's
know how
going to
he.
see Tool, but I'm not.
I know you're not a
huge
Tool fan.
Apparently,
But
he does
they're better
wine,
than
too. He
corn.
makes
They're
wine.
better than corn, so we're good.
They make wine.
Well, Maynard does, not
Well,
Tool.
see, I like Tool.
Yeah, man.
I'm not a huge Tool fan. I am a Alex Gray fan. The artwork that is done for Tool, and that's what I'm going to experience. I'm so excited.
That's like Roger Dean. I like Roger Dean. He's an artist, too.
I know.
So maybe while you're at the concert, you might have to go wait in line
I won't.
for the girls' bathroom
I refuse.
to take a dookie.
Whoa! Hold up. There's no dookies in public
Get it?
unless it's
Green
somebody-
Day, dookie. You got to take a dookie.
Oh, you mean that concert, not the
does-
Tool
do-
concert?
Do women get pee shy in bathrooms
We're
like
talking
that?
Nah,
about
Like
I mean,
men?
I
No.
can't speak for all women. I
No.
don't.
I don't
No.
personally.
You have to
I'm
understand half
When you
of
get
I
up
am
there,
on
you
a
just let it
mission.
go and have no
Some
problem.
of us
Get in,
that had
get out.
kids, man, you have to understand we're in a room and everything's been exposed, so there's no shyness about
There are
anything.
some-
And I'll go into the men's bathroom, no problem at all.
Yeah, so would I.
That's definitely
Absolutely.
not pea-shy.
No. Now, I have heard about some rules in the men's bathroom. We've talked about that, but we don't need to go on that tangent right now because we did have some topics that we promised everybody we were going to talk about, didn't we?
Yeah,
Us-
the probing.
No, not the probing. That was
Probing. What the hell are you
Does it
talking
have to
about?
do with bathrooms?
no.
We had topics we were gonna.
Why
talk
are
about?
you hung up on the bathrooms?
I'm not. I'm confused about
Well, no,
what we're talking
We're from
about.
bathrooms to probing. What are we talking about?
Your
What
who
topics
was
were we going to talk about?
the year? What?
Okay, so now we're all confused. You said we have topics we
We
promised
did.
we were going to talk
The
about.
end
What
of
are they?
last podcast.
Okay, go ahead.
We talked about.
Can you shut up?
Dun, dun, dun.
Just thinking. What
Sorry, that
topics
was
were
aggressive, but you
we-
need to reel it in. No more edibles for you.
What topics were we going to talk about?
Okay,
We
Esther,
had
cut off.
promised. Yeah, he definitely was caught. We were promised
Cut
last, or we promised last podcast. We left them with a little bit of a cliffhanger. You don't remember? No. Who? Oh yeah, that's not out yet.
I don't remember.
Oh,
What's the
shouldn't have.
cliff-
It was
Cliffhanger.
about
It will be
it was a
out.
doctor's visit.
What?
What?
That was also a cliffhanger.
Oh,
The doctor's
Lordy.
visit?
Yeah,
Do we even know
it
what?
was part of a rant that
We're
was
talking
that was.
Was it
towards
Rick's
the
rant?
end. Yeah,
A doctor's
that was the
visit?
last visit.
My brain?
Did you have a doctor's visit?
No.
Well, my cliffhanger was about
I mean,
a
You
major.
definitely had. You were upset about an emergency care visit that you
Oh.
suggested that you go to.
right.
And the
right.
assumption was that you were probed, but then you didn't get into it because we ran out of time.
I got you.
Oh, that's why he keeps throwing probing.
Yes.
I
That's
thought you were
fine.
throwing probing
I
because
gotcha.
of the
Well,
Europe
nobody
fan.
remembers what we were talking about because I
I
said
got
he
you.
must have
The
got
Europe
probed.
fan liked to talk about being pegged. I thought that's where you were
Yeah,
going.
Yeah.
Well, no, but
Probe, pegged. What the hell is
I mean,
our
what's the
show
think
about?
in the-
really? I mean, if you like it,
Thought it
that's
was supposed
cool.
to be about music.
I'm all for it.
I think in the
I'm
last.
just saying if that's your thing.
He's trying to talk.
I think in the last episode was talking about. I think we actually had a Rick's rant, and it was about the walk-in places that you go to, and so I had a problem. I had a sty in my eye.
Oh, I remember
My
now. The
eye
tea
swelled
bag.
up, and
Yeah.
so that was the. So, what was the other cliffhanger that we left?
I had talked about a female that was part of a very public affair that had 13 songs that were influenced in the like when they were being written. She influenced those 13 songs.
That's how hot this woman was.
Was
What?
is the key word.
I don't know what we're talking
Oh Jesus, this is my life.
Quite honestly, I'm lost as well.
So
about. She is. I don't know what we're talking
let's
Are we talking about Whitney Houston?
no, but
No,
That
this
would be
girl.
a
I
good
don't think
guess.
she was a performer.
so there was a very famous song written. Oh God, I think in the 70s.
about. Okay.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yes. And it's about a female who is married to one of this guy's best friends. Do you know what the song would be? It's very
No.
popular.
No, I have no
I'll give you a hint. The guy who sings it lost his son who fell out of a window.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Just
Really? Eric
What?
Clapton?
Come on,
You really don't
Lane.
know anything
Fell
about
out
Eric
of a
Clapton?
window.
no.
Eric Clapton had a son who fell out of a window.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where the song "Tears in Heaven" came.
Tears
from.
in Heaven
Yeah.
came
Yeah, I have
from.
no
Now
idea
he
about
wrote a
that.
song called Layla.
Okay.
Do you know that song?
I do know the song Layla.
Are you sure? Could you give me a little bit so I know that you know? I wanted you
I
to
mean, I
do it.
can't sing it for you.
If
but-
you ever watch the Freedom Rock commercial, it is the song that starts off that commercial. And if
So
you were kids
Layla, I'm
in
going
the
to power
80s and
rail you
90s,
here.
You saw it all the time.
I can't sing it
Layla-
for you, but I do know the song Layla.
Layla was written about Patty Boyd. Do you know who Patty Boyd is?
No.
So she was a model and a photographer, but she was also married to George Harrison.
Oh, okay.
And when she was married
From
to
the
George
Beatles?
Harrison, she was having an affair. Allegedly. Well, It's not really open or whatever.
we're gonna
with
get hate mail
Eric
for this.
Clapton. And he wrote
Just
the
like
song.
the Sharon Osbourne thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get hate mail for
So,
this.
Yeah.
well, this
Yeah.
is huge because
Sounds
Patty
about right.
Boyd wrote a book about us, right? So
All right.
that's what I forgot. I was going to bring the book with me because it was an interesting read. It's more, I mean, I guess it's about her. It's her life. So you hear a lot about her photography stages and the international awards she won, her modeling that she did, how she met George, how the only reason that they divorced was she couldn't handle his cheating anymore. And then she went into the arms of George and she left, or of Eric Clapton, but she left Eric Clapton because of his drinking. But she had a total of 11 songs that she inspired. I thought that was
Oh,
pretty
yeah?
cool.
Well, now that you've brought up the Beatles, that's another thing we should talk about. The Beatles just recently released the apparently the last Beatles song ever.
I've heard about that, but I haven't heard the song yet.
What is it?
Seriously?
Yeah.
I just
So-
haven't had time.
Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr have been working on. There's one Beatles song that they've had that John Lennon sang on,
Mm-hmm.
but they never finished. It's called Now and Then. And they just finally finished it after
All
I don't
that
know, it's
time.
2 decades of
Yeah,
it was
they've been working on
25
it for
years or
2
something.
decades.
Shit.
I think they've been
Through
working on
the
it for 20
assistance
years.
of AI.
And
So would they use AI to use John's voice?
Probably, yeah. It's-
no, that's the video portion of it.
Oh, they
the
use
the
the
actual
video.
recording is John Lennon, but they
Mhm.
only recorded part of the song, and then Ringo and Paul McCartney
Finished
finished
it.
it. And
that
now
is
they
his
have-
foot and his Uggs.
Stop it.
Sorry,
It's like a dog.
you can't hear that.
I can hear that.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's like the like
Tell you,
this,
this
when
episode
you're
is we
sitting
get
in a
in
chair.
trouble.
What's going on? You're gonna have some audio issues in this one. So they just finished the song, and now they've released it.
Was it any good? Have you listened to it?
I have, and it is pretty good. It's a ballad.
Yeah.
Not. I mean, I'm not really. It doesn't really sound like something the Beatles would have ever.
That's
come
what
out
my
with
next
on one of
question
their
was going to be.
albums,
What
but-
is it? Which
It's a
Beatles
ballad
sound
song.
is it? Like,
I'd have to guess that it's later Beatles. I mean, it's the last song they ever recorded or started recording, but they never finished, and then they broke
So
up.
they're-
and-
What was the last album they worked on? Wasn't it?
Bum, bum, bum.
Was
Do you
it
know?
that session that they?
Do I
just
know the
released?
last Beatles album
that
that
they worked on.
Yeah, what
would
the-
have
what-
been
I don't know. That's
the-
what I'm asking. I don't even know off the top of my head.
No, I thought you were
have
grilling
been,
us.
I
no,
think,
no,
Let It
sorry. I don't
Be?
need to be a.
wasn't Let It Be
pretentious
the
Beatles fan.
last album that they came out with?
Which one?
What's that?
Let It Be or
Mm-mm. No. Are you fact checking it?
I don't know.
Check Mr. Google.
Abbey Road
Mister?
maybe
I
was the
don't-
last album.
How's it not Mrs.?
The White Album might have been.
I
the
thought it
last
was the
one.
White Album. That's
It
what
might
I
have
was
been the
going to
White
say.
Album.
You know, you didn't even ask what the 11 songs that she influenced was. I thought you were really going to bite on that. You don't care.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Patty Boyd?
I don't know.
I think it was Beatles discography.
It's disappointing.
Is
I'm
it?
going to tell you anyway.
I'm,
I mean, I did the research. I thought you were going to bite.
you can totally tell me. I'm
no, I don't
all
know if I
about
want to.
learning new things about music.
Are you? Let's talk punk.
No, that's not.
Thought you said you were all about learning new music.
I mean, music I care about. It's not one of them.
So
Let It Be was the last album that came out.
See,
after Abbey Road.
I was
Oh,
right
you
the
were
It was
first
right.
time.
1970
I know.
because they broke up. right
when was
after
the
that
White
album.
Album released?
That was actually before
Yeah.
Yellow Submarine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the White Album was released in 1968. They did a bunch of albums between 1968 and 1970.
So, since we're speaking about the Beatles, a lot of the songs that she influenced were by the Beatles.
Oh yeah,
For You Blue,
that's like a.
I Need You, It's All Too Much.
She does these songs.
No,
or
she
no,
somebody
influenced
else?
them. She influenced
But
them.
who does those songs?
Her beauty.
The Beatles.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Her beauty.
Oh,
She was their
all right.
muse.
Then we have
Okay.
Something. And then Eric Clapton, She's
That's
Waiting.
a good song. Something's really good.
Layla, we've already talked about. There's a band called Derek and the Dominoes, and it's called
Eric
Why Does
Clapton.
Love? Why
That's
Does
Eric
Love?
Clapton.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Sorry.
Eric
They were
Clapton.
good too. I like them.
Why does love got to question, or why does love got to be so sad? I don't know why I have a question mark there. Wonderful Tonight was actually influenced by her.
That's one of my dad and that's my
Well, that's your
dad's-
dad and your stepmom's wedding song. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Old Love, Eric Clapton. So Sad, George Harrison. Mystifies Me, Ronnie Wood.
Isn't he from the Rolling Stones?
I just asked who's Ronnie Wood.
Double check, but I think he is from the
I
Rolling Stones.
believe he is from the Rolling Stones. Yes, I think that he's their bass player. Or
Yeah.
guitar
Yeah, he's got a
player.
big nose.
Hey
There you
now,
go.
Well,
you
I'm
married
sorry,
somebody
I'm-
with a big nose. It's a
That's
great
how
asset.
I envision him.
The very first song that you mentioned, I thought we were talking like a,
For You Blue.
Yeah, I thought that was like a Blues Clues thing, like the cartoon, the guy,
We've just
kids
figured
show,
out Blues Clues. We've just figured out Blues
You're
Clues.
such a dork.
There you go.
I don't even know how you know Blues Clues because Blues Clues was barely out when Jesse was a kid.
What?
He would secretly
No.
sneak downstairs and watch it in the morning.
The kid
There's nothing
watched
watching-
Blues
wrong with
Clues
watching
all the
cartoons.
time.
No, not so much.
Fact check what year Blues Clues came on the air.
No, I'm not
because
saying-
Really talking about that?
No,
Jesse
I'm not
watched
saying
Blues
it
Clues.
wasn't out back then. I'm saying that wasn't like his favorite thing. His
It was
favorite
one
thing
of
was
them.
that goofy.
It was
were they-
it was Teletubbies.
Thank you, Teletubbies.
But he also loved Blues Clues. We watched it all the time.
1996. That's the year
See?
I graduated high school.
There you
Oh,
go.
you're old.
Yeah. We were watching that in high
Okay.
school, weren't
What year did you graduate high school?
we? What was it? 1988.
92.
I mean, I'm not even gonna say
Why?
because
92,
He was
you're
in
a
the Breakfast
baby.
Club.
and I was 93.
It was 1992.
I was
We know.
2003.
You were a baby.
We know.
You know, it's not a baby anymore though, because
Nobody
the
puts
work.
baby in the corner.
I hate
You
that.
were
Fucking,
literally-
I hate that
Exactly.
movie so much.
You were literally
love that
5 years
movie.
old or 6 years old when I graduated high school.
And look at us now.
Love that movie.
What's up? So
Alright, so-
I'm actually on the lesser percentage. I don't like that movie. I can't even explain why.
I don't know.
That's
So
No,
what
you
movie?
don't like
I,
it.
can't
I
imagine
just
not liking it.
I want to change the
Fantastic
subject a bit
movie.
if we can.
I thought.
What
Well,
movie?
hold on, because I think she had some
Oh,
more
I'm
notes.
sorry. Go
with it,
ahead.
What? No, I was just gonna flip through and look for the homework that you didn't do.
but-
Are we
well,
done with Batty?
We'll move past that.
Yeah, he wasn't interested. He didn't
No.
bite. That's
Oh,
okay.
I do
No,
have
I
one
was
question. Does
interested.
anybody know who wrote the intro to Layla? The main guitar riff.
I have a guess, but I don't. No, because Mick Jagger helped George Harrison write one of the songs.
Mick Jagger.
No, but Mick Jagger did help George Harrison write one of the songs.
Oh, I'm sure. They were good friends.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I started doing the research.
He was part of a southern rock band that was big
That's his gig.
in the 70s.
Skinner,
That would be a good guess.
Allman Brothers.
Dwayne
I
Allman.
love
Dwayne
Dwayne
Allman.
Allman.
That is a Dwayne Allman riff.
Oh, yeah?
The beginning
and
of
Dickie Betts. I love Dickie Betts too.
well, that wasn't Dickie Betts. it
no,
was
I know,
Dwayne
but I
Allman,
do love
yeah.
Dickie Betts.
The Allman Brothers are quite fantastic.
Do-do-do-do-do.
They've got some good shit.
Do-do-do-do-do.
All right, GS, throw it at us. She's
Oh,
changing
so I
the
was
subject.
talking. We were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about movies. So I want to know
Were we?
what you two,
Is that what we were
what's
talking
your movie that the two of you connect to, and then I'll tell you ours.
Connect to?
But we've,
Please don't say it.
What movie was like your first important movie together?
We don't. Eight
And-
heads
and
in a
Rick
duffel bag.
knows
I would
where I'm
say-
going.
Eight heads in a duffel
yeah.
bag.
That was one of my favorites. from
8
back
heads in a
the
duffel
day.
bag, no doubt.
what is it?
8 heads in a duffel bag.
That
Oh,
or
God.
I've never seen that.
That's a
movie.
bit.
That is a
It's
Joe
weird.
Pesci movie.
Is it
And-
really?
And if you know Joe Pesci, he's an annoying fuck, but he is so funny.
so.
I love Joe Pesci.
When Kevin and I first started seeing each other, we never really did movies. We have very different tastes. We are the
I like a lot of nudity in my
shut
movies.
the fuck up.
No, I do.
We are the prime
like
example of
nudity in my
opposites.
movies,
Can
too.
you shut the fuck up?
I mean, the
like
whole
your Italian
episode is
grandmother.
out of control, so I just figured I'd add to it. But I do like nudity in my movies too. But go ahead. You can. The floor is yours. Take it.
I am
All right.
so
So
sorry.
since
I brought
you
this
can't
up.
continue, Gina's going to tell you a story that we've already told on the.
No, I'm just going to say what it was. That's all.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about the
But
whole
yes,
thing.
the Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag was a great movie.
Well, the story behind that is, I mean, it's not a romantic movie. It's a
No, it's a
comedy.
comedy, yeah.
It's a comedy, and we're the prime example of opposites attract. The shit I like is not the shit he likes. Music, movies, everything. But I don't know, when he played that movie, I just laughed so hard, and then it was
Yeah,
like this
them all
big
in a duffel bag.
this big inside
And they would
joke.
set them up on the.
And then nobody really, as you guys see, nobody knows the movie. So when we
I
start
know which
going
scene
on,
got you though.
I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never seen
I
it.
know exactly
What
which
scene?
scene when they all started singing.
But Gina,
Just like, oh, I love this movie.
Gina and I actually enjoyed
I do
the
like a musical.
same type of movies. So.
Okay, I'm sorry. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, we do.
So your movie,
Oh, our movie was The Bodyguard.
That's a bit different.
I wish I could sing. I would bust out
you
into Whitney
busting out the
Houston
Whitney
right
Houston?
now.
I mean, you
So-
can.
No,
When The
no, I
Bodyguard came
can't.
out in the theaters, he and I had just started dating, and that's when he, like, asked to go steady. So we've been together ever since.
He leaned.
So
we
31
went
years
down
later.
this path, right? Because I remember you gave me a line from a movie that was exposed on the podcast. I didn't forget.
Exposed
It
on the
actually wasn't a-
podcast.
This
like
we
that
had this
movie.
conversation.
Yeah, but it
already.
wasn't.
Oh, we
'cause
did.
I researched that, and that is not what he said.
He gave me a line from a Rocky movie, and that's what got
That's
me.
not what he said.
Oh, actually, I do remember
Yeah.
that. That was around the same
Yo,
time we were
Adrian.
talking about it.
That
Is
wasn't
that
the
what it
line.
He was
Is
trying
that
to
the
kiss her the whole time until he finally took her glasses off, and that's when the moment was when he kissed her. And when they first kissed,
Can you be organic and not steal shit from
she
movies?
realized she was in love with him.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
what
I
makes
knew
that
I
movie
was in
so
love
romantic.
with you before we kissed. I knew I was in
I know,
love with
I'm
you
just
when I
trying to
stole your
explain.
blue sweatshirt.
But that just
We still have that
accentuated
blue
the
sweatshirt.
moment.
It's falling apart.
Yes.
I won't throw it away.
I'm with you.
Anyway,
So
100%.
31 years and counting.
now we do
That's a
have a
long
TV
time.
show that we
1992, buddy.
31 years. What do you keep it? How do you keep it alive after 30
we've
years?
already had this conversation. GS will answer again though because I do love her answer.
I don't remember what it was.
It was very sweet.
Actually, that was the self-care episode.
It
that We
was.
talked about this.
Yes,
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
Please
Yeah.
review the self-care episode for the
Yeah.
answer.
That's when I gave you my rules on life and marriage. Please
I like
see this
GS's.
self-care episode.
I hate rules.
God, do we know?
Well, they're my own rules, so it's not like I enforce them. on
Rules for
anybody
yourself.
else. Yeah.
That's acceptable.
See the self-care episode.
Yes.
Definitely.
So you
Preach
had
it.
some more notes
Oh.
in there. What do you want to talk about?
Well, see, sometimes I try to figure out how I can transition into a topic.
And
And
we're way past that.
Well, yeah.
That's not
And we
happening.
didn't even talk about the way that I was going to transition because I think I was going to leverage the children in music. Remember how we talked about there's musicians and now their kids are old enough and they're musicians and things like that? Well, I think I had already kind of brought it up where Gwen Stefani's kid was performing recently at
Does
Blake
she have a kid?
Shelton's. She's got
Stop it.
a ton, dude. So she was married to
Stop
Gavin
it.
Rossdale from Bush. You know who Bush is, right?
I do know who Bush is.
Oh, Bush, the music band.
Yeah. I do know
We're not
who
talking
Bush.
about the movies, Kevin.
I
with
do
your
know who Bush.
nudity.
God, Bush.
Can you stop?
That's from the Nerds.
I do know
Anyway.
who Bush is.
So
The music
Gwen
band.
Stefani had married Gavin Rossdale, and then they had a couple kids together. I actually
Yeah.
have to go to my
All
notes
right.
for this because they have really cool names. I know one is Kingston, like Kingston, Jamaica. I
Are
don't know if
those
that's
cool?
where they. So Kingston is their oldest. Then they have Zuma, she's 14, or he's 14.
And
I don't know.
that's
and Apollo, who's 9.
That's cool.
Is that
Yeah,
Apollo
they're
1 or
cool.
Apollo
So
2?
Kingston's 17, and he's a
And
musician.
that's cool to you, the names?
Did I ever tell you what I was
Rick,
going to name
why are we
Johanna before
focusing
he-
on the names? Shh. You're diluting the
You're
moment.
in trouble again.
I apologize. Go ahead.
And saturating.
I don't
Good.
understand that one. No. Just no. Anyway, Kingston's 17 or 18 now. I don't know. He might be 17 still. But so Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rossdale, they were married, had 3 kids. Gavin Rossdale had an affair with the nanny. Her
Oh.
name was...
Is it that TV show, The Nanny?
No, but I loved that TV show. Don't get me started. The nanny's
a
name
good
is
show.
Mindy
That
Mann.
is a funny TV show.
Mindy Mann. Now, the funny thing to me about that affair is Gwen Stefani and Mindy Mann look so much alike.
Really?
So
Well,
he's-
he had a type.
He had an affair with the nanny. Why would they
Yeah.
hire a nanny that looks like the wife? I don't know.
Well,
but
look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He had an affair with the nanny. In fact, he bore a kid with the nanny.
stop trying to derail my topic.
Well, no, I'm just correlating.
I
We're
got
going to
it.
get negative
Correlating.
feedback
Yeah,
about
it's like
that.
it's like a track that kind
What,
of goes right by.
Schwarzenegger? We'll go back to that because I love feedback. Anyway, so he had an affair with the nanny, and then Gwen Stefani went on The Voice, right? And then she met Blake Shelton, Sparks. He was married to, what was her name? You guys are country fans. What is?
No, not. I don't go that deep, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know,
don't-
you're not-
I mean, I know
Never
who
mind.
he's married to now, but I don't remember.
I love
who
country
he's married
music,
to
but
then.
not that much.
Hold on. He was married to.
Do you
I don't
actually
know.
have it written down?
Yeah, because sometimes I feel. Oh, Miranda Lambert, who is also a country
Yeah,
singer.
yeah. Yes,
Never
she
heard
is.
of her.
So
I've heard
anyway,
of her.
he had split with her. Him and Gwen meet on The Voice. They're sparks.
Yes.
They try to hide their stuff, but I mean, they get married. They are super in love. He owns a chain of restaurants in Texas and a couple other places, and
Nice.
Kingston was recorded playing at his restaurant. He let him have his opening there, and it was actually pretty good. So I was going to talk about affairs and kind of go into it that way because at the time, Kingston was in the news. So that was going to be the way that I went into it, but it didn't happen like that. I didn't know that you didn't know about the whole Gwen Stefani, Gavin Rossdale nanny thing. I'm pretty sure I've talked to you about this.
I didn't know about it.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever talked about
The only
it.
First
nanny
of all,
affair
no, I
I know is
know
Arnold
that I've
Schwarzenegger.
talked to both of you because when I was pregnant with Willow, I saw Bush up at the Sheraton. Was that no? What's that place up north? What was that venue?
Which one? There's a bunch of them.
The one up
Yeah.
by our old house,
Oh, Jim Thorpe.
not Penn's Peak. The old
Oh, Stroudsburg?
it's in Stroudsburg. It's
Yeah,
where the
yeah, yeah.
tattoo convention was that one
Yeah,
time.
Yep. Rick,
Oh,
you've been there
wow.
multiple times.
It's a very small venue.
Did I see Opeth there?
Yes.
Fun.
Yes. It starts with an
Rick,
S.
why are you drawing
Yeah.
a blank?
You're getting yelled at again.
You've
You're
been there multiple
constantly in
times for
trouble.
shows.
I think he's just trying to let you go haywire.
I can't think.
Crikey!
He's gonna get the.
The
fact
problem
check.
is I can't think of the name of it. Is it the place with the tent?
Yeah. Wait.
Ten?
I don't know. No.
Is there a white canopy that
no.
covers the?
You're
No.
thinking of Scranton. We're talking about
Yeah.
Stroudsburg.
It's a very
Oh.
old like theater type venue, and anyway.
Where
I was-
Peter Chris? No,
Peter
wait.
Parker, Peter Parker.
Oh,
I
damn
mean,
it.
there's an amphitheater like in Stroudsburg.
What's the name of it? Does it start with? an
Oh,
S?
I have no clue. What's called.
Hon, come on. You've been to this. You've been there for
Yeah,
shows
Anyway,
with
I
Mike.
saw
moral of the
Israeli
story-
there. I saw
I s-
Black Label there.
I saw.
Apparently.
Yes, you did see Black Label there because when I told you I was
Where
going
is
to see Bush
it?
there, that's when we talked about it.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, we saw.
Well, here's the problem because I may have been wrong about where I saw Black Label, so it
Apparently-
might not have been
Speaking
there.
of that, has
And
there been
when
any
Jimmy
updates
sees
from
this,
Jimmy?
he's
The
gonna
Sherman
text
Theater.
me.
Sherman
Oh,
Theater.
Sherman Theater. That's it.
Thank
So-
you.
The Sherman Theater. I don't think we've.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
And where is that? That's in Stroudsburg.
Yes,
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
you
the
have
Main Street
had.
of
You've seen
Stroudsburg.
multiple shows there.
It's closed
Black
right
Label
So-
now.
Society.
I'm almost positive
It's
we did see Black Label at the Sherman Theater.
yeah,
You absolutely
524
did.
Main
You were there with
Street,
Mike.
Stroudsburg.
And maybe Jimmy will text me and say, you finally got something right.
Has he given any more feedback? Because I love his feedback.
The last episode that's live was what, the one with my friend Jim?
Yes.
Yeah, cherry pie.
Yeah, Cherry Pie.
She's my
Actually, he hasn't. I don't think he texted me. And
He stopped watching.
No. He didn't stop watching. I think there was no. There must not have been any problems with that episode because he
Bullshit.
didn't text me and tell me that I was wrong.
We're waiting. We're waiting for Jimmy to call you out on something. We're
But I'll
we've got
find
bets
out
to see
if he
it's gonna
watched that
happen.
episode, and if he didn't, I'll tell him to watch it and let me know what I've said that was wrong.
Or me. I mean, give me feedback.
He's never said anything that you've said wrong.
Because-
it's only me.
Well, he's
It's
your
my-
best friend. I
Because
get it.
I
Listen.
always get things wrong that I did in the past.
Yeah. And
So
if you
we
want to get
have
anything
That's the
correct from a person from history, it's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy
He's
doesn't
like
Photographic
forget
He's a
memory.
history buff.
anything.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
Good. Maybe he can help my teenager with her AP college course that she signed up for her sophomore year.
I mean, he might be able
We've
to.
been using AI. It's
Yeah,
been
we
very
have been
helpful.
using AI.
He might be able to.
Mr. Google AI.
He
Please
knows a
don't.
lot, and apparently remembers way more shit than I do.
Well,
So-
he's also very much about history.
Oh yeah.
Like if you go to him and say, "What book are you reading?" It's
That's
about
how my
history.
dad is. He's a big history buff. When I was a kid, his favorite thing to do for a vacation was tour all the different battlefields. So
Yeah.
much fun.
You can tell she's
For
excited.
battlefields.
Like,
Oh, well, that's
family
where,
vacation.
that's where I found it. I
We're
found
gonna see
a
where
love
people
for
die.
paranormal, but we won't go there because you don't believe in ghosts.
I
like a
went
fucking
to
weirdo.
when I was a
That
kid.
is a good angle, though.
My parents. I went to Gettysburg when I was a kid, and it was a lot of fun.
We
took
did a
the
ghost
whole
tour in Gettysburg.
Gettysburg
I've never
tour.
been to
and
We did take
Gettysburg.
Johanna to a
I
ghost
was
tour.
there.
So
it was
my
fun.
dad knows the Gettysburg battlefield like nobody I've ever seen before.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I was playing basketball, we played basketball up and down the East Coast, and we had a Gettysburg tournament. And my dad was like, "Oh, I know all these shortcuts. Everybody follow me." No, he gave everybody a tour through the fucking battlefield. All these cars, the whole basketball team.
Aw.
Yeah, no, doesn't do good for popularity.
I almost killed myself at Devil's Den.
Was I there?
Yeah, remember when I was fell on that rock, but I
No.
caught my balance?
I don't remember.
There's like a big rock there
Did
that we
somebody
were
push you?
walking on.
Well,
I
there's
hope
lots
not.
of big
Yeah,
rocks at
ghost-
Devil's Den.
I think, you never know.
So
you know
Devil's
what they say about
Den-
those spirits.
Devil's Den is supposed to be one of the most haunted places,
Yep.
and the most common story are runners early in the morning between 4 and 5. If they're running over some bridge, sometimes they feel like they're pushed or tripped or whatever. But we're talking to people that don't believe in paranormal.
I have impeccable balance.
I mean, I
so
No, you
believe.
do not.
I was
You
able
are
to
a
catch
slut.
myself. Shush. I
Yeah.
did have good balance.
Sit down.
I don't believe in any of that stuff. So.
How-
Oh, I
know-
I think it's a
saw
bunch of
those.
bullshit.
Tell
But
me-
my wife does.
So
yeah.
tell
I
me, I want to hear your story because I want to hear your story.
Yeah.
But I am so curious. A man that doesn't believe in ghosts or aliens, how can you be so narrow-minded to think that we are the only
Narrow? Did you call me
Yeah.
narrow-minded?
Oh,
to think that
absolutely.
we're
Because-
the only living species in the entire universe? Not
No,
species, but like human
that's-
intelligence.
No,
Like
no, that's not true. I've never said that.
you said, you don't believe in aliens.
You call them aliens.
Extraterrestrials.
What would you
Are
call them?
there? Is there a possibility that there is some other life form
Smart,
in the universe?
smart life. So.
I'm sure there is.
Do you think that they visit us?
Why would they?
I mean, that's a great question.
To suck
Let me
resources.
answer that before, but I won't go too far.
This is not like some movie, like World
Men in Black.
Stop it. Try to go
actually,
serious.
Men in the
Sorry.
Black is a good one. It's not. This isn't like a War of the Worlds, and like they come and like suck the entire energy
No,
out
see,
of
why
the
did-
earth. If that was going to happen, that shit would have happened. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why is it that every time somebody talks about some aliens, they're always more advanced than we are? They always have more.
Not all the time. See, that's
How do you know
that's
they don't live
somebody,
among
no,
us?
that's
How did
somebody
they
that
get here?
doesn't do. That's you're listening to mainstream
No.
stories.
I'm sorry.
There has been so many people that there's different theories. Everyone has a different theory. Some people say it's us, and it's actually time warping, and it's
I mean,
advanced
maybe it is
whatever.
us, and someday we'll get out there and
But you can't tell
Find
me that
those.
when there's hundreds of thousands of people in 1977, and then
No,
hundreds of thousands
stop
of people in that see the same thing in
No,
California.
Absolutely not.
I don't
well,
get
they do
it.
say that the Air Force does see a lot of strange
All the
shit
time,
up there.
to the point where they've changed the
They
acronym
do?
No.
because, and then you go
Absolutely.
into with everything that the door cameras, everybody's cell phones are catching, and it's
Uh-huh.
becoming more exposed.
It's funny that everybody's cell phones, especially today in 2023, everybody's cell phones that have these amazing cameras on, they're recording things, but
Mhm.
they still can't get
A clear,
clear
Not all
shot.
the time.
That's
So
because
there's
they lose
What are you
something.
talking
quickly.
about?
So with specifically so they're not UFOs anymore. What are they? U
Oh,
something.
yeah, who knows?
Anyway,
They changed the acronym?
yes,
Well, yeah.
What the
because
fuck? Come on.
all right,
Come
we're gonna
on.
stop this.
Get with the
All you're
times.
gonna
We
do
gotta
is
change the
irritate
acronym
me,
for
and
everything.
I'm never
Come
gonna
on.
get you to
Absolutely
see the other side. So we're gonna switch to GS's story. GS.
Yeah.
I will
So
stab you.
when
I'm just
I
kidding.
was a kid,
You've got to
my
watch
mom was
paranormal
a
shit.
friend with this woman who lived in Fountain Hill, and we were at her house, and I don't know, they were like chit-chatting and whatever, and then they were talking about this girl who died in the house,
Mhm.
and she was a young girl, and her spirit had been seen multiple times in the house, and so where we were in this house, so you're in a row of doubles or whatever you call them, townhomes, right?
Mhm.
And we're in the back, and in front of me is the living room, and then there's a hallway, like literally like where you're sitting. So there's a hallway there, and then you are the steps to go
Mhm.
upstairs. So they're sitting there chit-chatting, and I'm just sitting there doing nothing because
You're waiting. Yeah.
I had nothing to do
Yeah.
because I don't know,
Cackling
there was
hens,
nobody
you're
else in the
looking
house.
around. Gotcha.
And I saw this thing on the second step up, like this white presence of a young girl. And
Oh, wait,
as soon as she noticed that I noticed her, she flew up the stairs.
that was it. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
So you can make all the
I've
faces.
never
you
heard
want.
this story before.
I don't care. Probably
I've
because
told
you're
it
so
to you.
close.
Been together
minded.
30 years. I've never
Because
heard
are
this
you
story.
super open
You
for
just
somebody
told
to
me
say
a story
ghost
today
story?
that I've never heard before, but whatever.
Oh, what was that? Was it
Wait,
a good
what?
one?
You told me a story I never heard before.
Which one was it?
We
Which
were
was
on the
what?
drive home and you were telling me some silly story about something I don't remember.
My stories are silly?
Yes, yes
the
they are.
fuck?
Silly, I'm just saying.
I
going
laugh
on here?
horribly loud.
Are
I'm
you talking about the
obnoxious.
roller skating story?
Yes, the
What is
roller
the roller
skating.
skating story?
I'm just saying, like 30 years later, we're still learning more about each other.
Please don't learn any more about me.
That's
actually
the-
kind of sweet.
It is very sweet. Please don't learn any more about me.
The ghost story seems
Oh.
like something you would have told me before, though.
I'm
but
pretty
that's
sure I
okay.
did tell you.
I appreciate learning new things about.
I want to
you.
hear the roller skating story. Is it funny?
No, it's not
Oh.
funny.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Here we go.
Stories like what GS just told you, I have heard from other people. We have friends that have had like stories about like they've lived in houses where they open like cabinets and plates start flying out of the cabinets and shit.
I've seen it. Not firsthand, but
Okay. So here's the thing. In my entire life,
you've never seen anything.
I have never ever seen anything like this. And I don't believe that
Well, why
The two of
can
you
you
are very
believe something
similar.
that you've never seen? You can't.
You're already
because you
closed-minded to
haven't
it, though.
seen it.
But you're already
No,
closed-minded
I'm
to
not
it.
No, I'm not
Your-
closed
This
No.
to
video
it.
stopped a while ago in the
Oh
back.
no!
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
not
that
closed to it. I
Rick
just
would be closed-minded to it if he didn't actually see it.
So
Like,
you're somebody who believes it when you see it. That's how he is,
Yeah.
right?
no. I think that some people. I really think that it's just your
Your
own
own
Your
mind
imagination, like making it up.
things up.
So
Yeah.
here is my guesses.
Wait,
Oh.
before you finish that, the UFO thing, I think that is people. I think a lot of times that's people's minds. But go ahead.
We can agree to disagree.
Go ahead.
So, for spirits, energies, things like that, right? I don't think we know enough about it. I think our minds are incredibly powerful. So you're onto something there, and we just have no idea anything there. What we can even really comprehend of what we can control. But I
would agree
also
with that.
believe, and it's part of a scientific fact, that certain elements in the ground, right, iron, things like that, react differently with certain energies. And I think if it's the soil is concentrated enough in a certain element, there could be something that's called residual hauntings, which is just energy repeating itself, right? That could be one haunting. That's one thing. But then there's also evidence that I've never seen where they interact, right? You see all these paranormal shit where they're like, oh, turn the flashlight on for yes or no. This day and age, you talk about the phones, right? And you're right. Sometimes the shit isn't clear, but sometimes it is. And there's all these
Is
different
it?
ways to disprove it. You don't watch enough, sir.
I've watched a lot of documentaries. They're
However,
never clear.
I will say a couple things. I think that as technology advances and as cell phones advance and things like that, there are cameras that'll capture shit that we can't see. I do believe that there may be something like an interdimensional thing. Who knows? I don't think we know. I don't think there's enough energy put into it. I understand that. Or maybe there is that we don't know about, but their conspiracy theories will not go touch there because you don't like those. But I do believe in energy. I do believe that energy can interact with the environment around. And I do believe in something called residual energy. So I do believe that. However, we talk a lot about Pegalicious, right? And we talk about how innocent she is.
That's
Where were
Laura's
we
mom.
going?
My mom does not,
For those of you who don't know, that's Laura's mom.
she
Yes,
does not
We're thinking of you.
lie. Well, wait, she doesn't lie, right? So my parents, one of their dates back in Pottsville, before it's what it is now, they were going to the movies. Now my dad didn't believe really a whole lot. Now keep in mind they're from the coal region. Coal region's got lots of history, lots of different elements around.
Lots of dead Coleman.
Oh my gosh!
I think I was
why?
alluding to that. Thank you.
I
Thank you
just
for the
wanted to make
clarification.
Sure, yeah, people understood.
She has said, "Oh my gosh,
Paint the
why?"
picture.
So they're going to the movies or coming home from the movies. I don't remember the details, but as they were driving, my dad had to slam on the brakes because this gentleman went in front of them.
Oh,
And my mom looked at my dad and said, "Did you see what I saw?" And my dad said, "That dude had no legs. He just
Oh, God.
rode it across." And that was it, right? Another scenario was in Cursona. Now this isn't a ghost thing. I don't know what this was. Could have been a mental thing, right? She happened to look in her rearview mirror driving through Cursona. My mom worked 3 to 11. She worked in Lebanon or in Pottsville, so it took a while to get home. Back roads, things like that. She looked in her rearview mirror and there's a hearse behind her.
wow.
Turns around, no fucking hearse.
Mm.
The only other experience she had was coming over the mountain, Schuylkill Mountain Road, right? You have to turn left, and it's all farmlands where I live, and then you turn left into a hidden development. It's like a hidden wooden development. You wouldn't even know it was there. I told you this one already. She was coming home, I think it was like 3 a.m. She crossed off of the highway onto the farmland, going into the development, and there was like 3 or 4 girls walking in the field in these long nightgowns and the like prairie cat type stuffs. My mom assumed the one house right at the top of the development was owned by a family that had teenage girls, and she thought, oh, okay, she's having a sleepover on a school night. That's a little weird, but okay, cool. So the next day at the bus stop, my mom said, "How was the sleepover?" And her mom's like, "What are you talking about? The girl got in trouble because her mom thought people
Oh,
were sneaking in and out?"
no.
No, nothing. So I don't know. There's got to be something.
Does there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
I
has to be.
disagree.
1,000%.
Well, it goes back, and I think we've talked about it in another episode. I don't know if you've experienced this, but anytime somebody's super close to me that has passed, there's always some sort of dream.
So thank you for bringing that up,
What happened?
because when my grandmother passed, Rick will tell you that, like, I think maybe 2 days after she passed, I ended up in the bathroom. I had a dream about her. and she was in all white, and she looked really healthy, and she said, "I love you and I miss you."
Did you see her face?
I absolutely did.
Did you?
I saw her speaking to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Which brings me to the point that I am really pissed off at my dad that he never gave me a
The
message.
dream. just because there wasn't a dream doesn't necessarily wasn't mean that there wasn't a message. So I'm gonna give you a book that I read. It's called Signs,
Okay.
and it's so good.
To Tesla song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know our first
technically
wedding?
it's a cover song.
So
It is a cover song.
we already talked about earlier in the episode how Kevin and I have been together for quite some time, but we didn't get married until later in life. So there's many reasons for that. But we were planning on getting married right away when I was pregnant. And our wedding song that we had picked out was, let's see if you remember,
Which give.
Tesla, What You Give.
Aww.
Yep.
You did tell me that.
But that ended up not being our wedding song.
The original Sign song was the 5-man.
Acoustic band.
No.
Is it? No.
But
Or was it
no.
5-man electric band?
Yeah, that's it.
I was just gonna say because
5-man
they had the
electrical
5-man
band?
acoustical jam.
Exactly.
5-man electrical band was the original Sign song, and then Tesla did it. The 5-man
You're
Acoustical
saying this, and the
jam.
only thing that's going in my head, which
band.
signs, signs,
Everywhere signs.
It's a
That's
fantastic.
where
song.
they did
Fucking up my
the.
mind.
To be honest with you, both the original version is not
do this,
too far off.
No.
I mean, it's
Can't you
actually
breathe the
pretty much the
sun?
Except
same.
they use the
version.
word fuck
Yeah.
in the Tesla version.
Not in the
They
CD
did-
I
they
have.
used the-
Well,
You have the clean
we-
version?
I had the CD of whatever my dad
Fuck
got me
the
when I was
clean
younger.
That's the clean version.
Oh, you need
I
to
was
hear
like
the real-
14
the
when my
real
dad gave me that
version.
CD.
That's the
Say,
clean
fuck
version.
the clean version.
We don't like
So
it.
yeah, so
do what you
since
tell me. That's
Yeah.
Rage, though, in case you didn't know. Rage Against the Machine.
so has anybody else had
The Dream.
any
No,
like signs from
Yeah.
I've never had those.
So
people who have
Dreams
died?
all the time.
he was the one that he didn't. So I went through a phase in my life early where when I first started dating him, everybody that I was friends with back home was just dropping dead. All
Hmm.
different reasons: car accidents, drugs, mostly drugs. Never had a dream, but they weren't super close. They were like acquaintances of my sisters. I had known them forever, things like that. I lost somebody on Christmas Eve when I was a teenager, and I was very, very close to him. He goes by the nickname Airbo. And I did have a lot of dreams about him, but never any where he actually talked to me.
Hmm.
And then after my sister passed, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe an entire month. I was waiting for something. I mean, you go through
Right.
the 7 different
Yeah.
phases of grief, all different
Yes.
crazy ways. And when I finally thought I was distracted and like away from it, I woke up like hyperventilating to him. I had a dream about her. And it was weird because it was
About her?
right before our old neighbor at our old house, Larry, passed away. And the dream was at least the piece that I remember was very, very short. And Larry's house had a little tiny like back porch step thing. And I was sitting there smoking a cigarette, which is weird because at the time when I had the dream, I didn't smoke anymore. But when we lived in the cabin, I did. And so it was kind of like back in time. And I was sitting on Larry's porch smoking a cigarette. I never saw her face. But she sat down next to me. I couldn't tell you what we said. I don't even think anything was said. I just knew it was her. I just knew it was her.
Well, she used to join us over there a lot.
Well, so my sister lived with us for a little bit. I knew she was really, really bad. She had moved in to help us take care of our daughter because she had lost her job. I was trying to get her away from a really shitty person. She had gotten out of a bad relationship. Why not bring her up to the sticks a different part of the
Right.
sticks where she couldn't get to anything? Well, little did I know.
Mm.
But yeah, so she used to, when she wasn't with us, she would hang out with Larry. Larry was also out of work. He was alcoholic, so they had different things that they would bond over or whatever. So I had that experience. When my grandfather died, I didn't have a dream, but the whole reason I believe in extra energies, your phone went off. Your cell phone that's doing the video.
Call or-
No, like it's dark. Sorry. But my
We
grandfather,
have no.
the night we buried him. So when I kicked my sister out of my house, she had moved into my grandparents' house.
The battery died.
And the night we buried my grandfather, I ended up, it was sleeting, it was real bad. I spent the night up in Mount Carmel, and I woke up right as I was, I said goodnight to him. I went to sleep on the sofa. I woke up, and I don't know why. I thought I heard him. And then I heard my sister's lighter upstairs, and I thought, oh my God,
Oh.
that's the last thing I need is my grandmother to get mad at my sister for smoking in the house while she has to deal with this. And me being a sneaky little sister, I snuck up the steps, and that's when we identified that Rachel was using heroin.
Oh,
I walked
shit.
in on that. And I think that whatever was there, you know what I mean, wanted me to catch it.
Right.
Because my parents had already assumed it was happening. They had
Yeah.
already started searching her and watching her and things like that, but they never found evidence. And there I was, and I found the evidence. So that's where I say I do believe that there might be some sort of energies out there that can manipulate certain things or visit or whatever, but I don't think we know enough about any of it.
Right.
Why don't we take a break at this track for a second?
Sure.
Okay.
Deep to pee.
I do
What time are we?
The phone died.
My phone died. We'll be right back.
We're taking a quick break. And
First
we're
spot
back.
we hit it was the liquor store. Hi.
What are we
We're back,
talking about
and you're
next?
singing goofy shit.
Liquor stores.
Sublime, sir.
This is the dark.
Truly episode?
This is the dark side episode of IHE because
dark.
Oh boy.
I mean
No, we've been talking about
the last
death.
We got
it's like
deep.
15 minutes. That was pretty dark.
It was just deep for a little bit. We can get deep sometimes. It's okay.
I'm not criticizing. I'm
There's some
just
criticism in your
announcing what the mojo of the episode. is.
You mean
Mojo.
because we're talking
The
about
mojo
death
of the
and
episode.
Mojo,
conspiracies?
baby.
This is the dark side of IHE.
Is that like Dark Side of the
boy.
Moon?
The things that I don't necessarily
You like to
believe
talk
in.
about.
I think we would need a whole season of
It's
the
not that
things
I don't
you
like
don't
talking
believe.
about it. I just don't believe in the
It's
shit
the time
you're
of
talking
year.
about.
It was just Halloween. I get it. So,
That could be the reason why.
why
No,
what?
that's not the reason why, you weirdo.
Halloween was just a few days ago. We're talking about
I mean, we could start talking about the
paranormal
thinning
things
veil, but I'll lose you real quick.
and UFO
What's the
things
thinning veil?
and
So
This is
his
the
no, I'm not gonna do that.
the dark side of IHE.
Don't
you
bait
talking
me. Don't
about-
bait
Brought
me.
it up. I want to know. I've never heard that before.
Paranormal
Google.
things.
Mr. Google it.
You know what the good thing is that as your marriage or your relationship continues, married or not, you'll continue to learn things that you have never learned before.
Not if
Just
I
like
bury him
I
in the
did with
backyard.
Rick today.
I was kidding. I
31
wouldn't.
years later, and I never heard the roller skating stories.
I
that he
still,
told
what
me
it was
today.
the roller
Yeah,
skating.
roller.
This is being brought up again now. I need to know.
What's that? Skateaway?
Oh,
Were
Not
you listening
exactly.
to Wham
So-
skating?
we were not
Wake me up
listening
before you go.
can you stop?
We were not
I
listening.
do
to
like
it.
that song.
Wake me up.
So
Before you
you
go,
go,
go.
on the
Sorry.
way
Continue.
on the way
Planning on going
home
solo?
from the winery today,
We identified where the
drove-
story was coming from.
we drove through Wind Gap, and
Oh.
in Wind Gap
Is a
there
roller
used to
derby.
be. It's not there anymore, and I'm not sure what building it was in, but there used to be a roller skating rink in Wind Gap, and when I was a teenager, I worked for a DJ company, and there was a guy that worked there also. He was a few years older,
Rick,
Please pause.
stop it with your foot.
and we used to.
I'm trying to give you silent notices, and you're not picking up on it.
You're in trouble again.
See, this is why. This is how the show goes awry. If you want a silent,
I'm sure people are hearing squeaking, squeaking,
There's
squeaking,
no
squeaking.
squeaking. You want something
oh my
silent?
God,
Here's something
I'm
silent.
hearing it over.
That's silent.
but deadly.
That's something silent for you. So, when I was a teenager, I worked for a DJ company, and there was a guy that I worked with. He was a few years older than me. We used to travel around to different roller skating rinks and
DJ.
go roller skating.
Oh. Wait. So you didn't DJ? So what did the
I
DJ
mean,
part have to do with any of it? Just
He
to
was a
introduce
guy
your
that
friend?
worked for the same DJ company.
So you and a friend.
Yeah.
Unnecessary detail. You try to make it sound cooler than what it was.
So we used to go to all these different roller skating rinks, and back then, and this is the
90s.
Late
like
90s.
the late
Mid to late 90s.
mid to late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a lot of roller skating rinks in like a 50-mile radius. So there was the Bethlehem Skateaway, there was Whitehall, there used to be Route 100, there was a place in Wind Gap, there used to be a place in Quakertown on 309 that had a roller skating rink there, and there was a bunch of other ones. So while we were driving through Wind Gap, I remembered this place that was there. And
Do you remember?
that's the story that I told her. She's never heard this story, only because it's just something that
It happened to.
GS can't roller skate.
Oh, God.
Oh, no,
I can,
really?
but
I
it's
can't
I
hard.
took her
either.
once roller skating. We went to Bethlehem Skateaway. She fell down a few times and
That was it.
literally looked at me and said, "I'm never doing this again." And that was the last time we ever went.
I'm
roller
better at
skating
ice
together.
skating than I am at roller skating, even though I'm still terrified of ice skating. However, Jesse did get me on the ice rink in December in San Francisco, and I did do pretty good.
Okay, multiple parts there.
I
I'm
didn't
also
ever fall down.
very bad at roller skating and ice skating.
Yeah.
Secondly, I could see why you're afraid of ice skating. Did you hear about the hockey player recently?
Oh, that's
Oh,
right
God,
across
yeah.
the neck.
Oh, man.
They want
He's
Oh,
big.
I actually did see that
Yeah.
on.
Protection.
So now they have to wear the
I did
collars.
see that on-
Yeah.
It's one of the sports I
Oh,
like.
really? Is
Yeah,
that what that came out
they're
of?
looking at putting
Oh,
collars.
wow.
I mean,
What's
I get it,
shocking is that I can skateboard
but you can't roller skate.
and oh no, I can roller skate like there's no tomorrow. I cannot ice skate.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it
sick.
doesn't make
So
sense.
when
Like,
Rick-
why can I ice skate but not roller skate? When you have four,
It's a different way.
it
I
really
could
doesn't make
get-
sense, but
that
I
for some
own-
reason it does.
I own
Please
my
finish. Go
own.
ahead. Yeah,
I
go ahead.
actually have 2 pairs of roller skates and can roller skate like a motherfucker.
Okay, so I'm going to pause here before you talk,
But
tech
can't ice
guy,
skate.
because I can see you want to bust something out of that little trap of yours. Just
I
wait.
know.
I hope that you get the right image for what I'm about to say. Because as you're talking,
Does it involve John Travolta?
no, but
Okay, never mind.
I get that. Mine's better. The only image that goes in my head, have you seen that 70s show?
Oh, see, I was thinking of Bill
I
Bill
have not
Murray.
seen that.
So you've never seen that 70s show?
No.
No.
The episode where Kelso and Jackie and Fez are... You need to flash that image because that's all I think about is Rick dressed up like that. Did you like disco music?
No, I hate disco music.
Didn't Kiss put out a disco album?
They did.
Hmm.
Let's talk about that.
I mean,
Oh, don't deny it wasn't disco.
Jimmy?
Oh no,
Zach
they definitely
Deckham.
did a disco album. I know they did. They even admitted they did.
Uh-oh.
I can even hear it in my head right now.
so Kiss had a disco song. It was
Album.
called.
You must really like it.
I think it was called "I Was Made for
That's
Loving
Aerosmith.
You."
That's it.
I think it was called "I Was Made for Loving You."
That's
But-
it.
All right, husband.
That is.
They're out of control.
And what you should understand about that song is the fact that, one, the only reason that song came out
One.
is because disco was really big at the time, and
Mhm.
Paul Stanley said, "Well, hell, I could write a disco song for you. Here you go."
It was a good song.
So why is
And
there
it was a huge hit.
misconception that there's a
problem-
disco album?
It's not the whole album. It's
How many
really,
songs on the album?
Oh, there's probably 12 songs.
And out of
10
the
or
12 songs, how many have a disco vibe?
It's just that one. That's the only-
I don't know why that was so funny.
Because it was
It was the
But it
whole
was the most
shaking
popular
of your body.
on that album. I think that's
The
the
rest
point.
of the album is not like that song. I Was Made for Loving You.
Oh, the Dead did a disco song too.
So Paul Stanley wrote that song and put it out only because disco was big, and he was like,
Had to jump on that
"Well, I could
wave.
write this," and
So well.
that's what they did.
They were made for loving.
Me.
So now the second part of that is the fact that
She
when
was dancing.
when he
Oh, I
put
can
that
already
song
hear
out,
him.
the problem with that song and that album is when he put that out, like diehard Kiss fans were
Angry.
done. Like
Yeah.
they lost a shitload
You
of
know-
fans, but they gained a massive amount of fans. Like that song is huge overseas, huge.
Really?
There is one band
my
that
God.
we talked about briefly in one of the podcasts, but
Kiss.
we don't talk. No, we
I mean, we could talk about
Motley
that.
Crue.
Did you know that Vince Neil had 2 sex tapes?
Why would anybody have sex with that man? I don't
I'm sorry,
understand.
go
I'd
ahead.
record it. Why would you want evidence that you slept with that
I
man?
thought he paid.
I only brought that up because you bring it up every episode. But go ahead.
I just
What haven't we talked about?
gross. Oh my god. So I'm sorry, Vince, but come on,
No.
you're
I mean,
What
back
haven't we
in the
talked
day,
about?
he wasn't so bad looking.
his.
Are we really going to talk about this
No,
again?
we're not.
I only brought it up as a joke.
band
but
Why
go.
not?
So there's a what? Why? What are your thoughts on Blondie? I know we've talked about Blondie, but Blondie is a band that has hit so many genres of music. She's amazing,
including reggae.
including reggae, disco,
Hmm.
hard. So the whole time you're talking, I'm not gonna lie, I was
And they do
listening to Hard
disco
Glass in my
and
head.
they do disco in 7/4.
Music theory snob.
Yeah, so
I only know whatever
Oh, no.
she's had out on the radio.
Who is
that's
she?
it. Blondie.
What
That's
is
what
her
you just
name?
Debbie.
I'm
yeah.
asking him.
said. Debbie Hara. Is that her name? O'Hara?
Harris.
Thrown
O'Hara.
at me there.
Is her name Debbie O'Hara?
I think it's Debbie Harra.
Debbie Harris.
Hara. I was right the
Debbie
first
Harris.
time.
Not O'Hara. She's
I
not
think there
Irish.
was an O in there, but that could have been.
But I mean, think about
the
that. She has hit
punk
so many.
That's
chick.
O'Malley.
She hit punk. That's a genre she hit too. She hit punk. She
I
hit
know,
reggae.
but-
She hit disco.
There's the chick that died. That is a punk chick. She was linked to Kiss somehow.
Was it the chick that got murdered? Was
Her
it the Gits?
name Was
Was it the Gits? I don't think it was the Gits. I don't think she's linked to them at all.
Wendy O'Hara, or Wendy O'Williams. I'm sorry.
Who's Wendy O. Williams? Yeah. I'm sorry. Who is she?
I thought you liked punk.
I do like
She's
punk.
definitely a punker. She's got a mohawk.
Who is she with?
Are you shitting me? You don't know who?
Don't forget
Wendy
there's like
O'Williams
30
is?
years between us, all
Well,
right?
she was born on May 28,
My
1949.
30 years between. Stop
She,
it.
she was an American singer best known as the lead singer of the punk rock band Plasmatics.
Plasmatics.
Sorry.
You don't know who the
I
Plasmatics are?
do. I
Plasmatics.
vaguely
They
know
were
the
into
name,
plasma.
but no.
You like
Oh,
punk
homework
music,
for
but you
Laura.
don't know who the Plasmatics.
She was noted
Oh my
for her
90s punk,
onstage
man.
theatrics.
90s. Do you know who Less Than Jake is? Do you know who Anti-Flag is?
Less Than Jake.
I mean,
have
we're
heard
not
of.
talking about the theatrics of Gigi Allen here.
Oh
I
God!
don't-
Let me tell you. So, like before, hold on. Do you know who
I
Gigi
know we're
Allen
talking
is?
about punk.
Have we talked about Gigi Allen yet?
No, we haven't talked about
There's
that
a reason
disgusting
for
punk.
it, man.
do
What a
know who-
twisted motherfucker. He's almost as bad as the one who wrote Strangeland.
do
I mean,
know
I think
who-
he's mentally worse.
Oh,
than
he
Dee
was
Snider.
mentally ill.
Well, yeah, absolutely. What a sick individual.
I
Sorry.
don't
Yeah, that's disturbing.
understand
Punk
how,
music.
as a
Punk fan. I don't know who this
fan,
is. Well, what
you
years?
don't know.
I know the name of the
who-
band, but obviously it's not somebody I
Plasmatics are.
listen to them.
Wow.
Do they like blood?
I'm sorry.
You have some.
How are you
serious
judging me
homework
right?
to
Oh,
do.
we got to wrap it up, baby. I don't know why I said that to you. Sorry, I meant to. Out of habit. I'm sorry. Shit,
you
that was
just call me
weird.
baby?
I don't know why.
Huh?
I don't like it. I regretted it the second it came out of my mouth.
That's
She's
taking
writing a
it.
love
It's
song.
because I hear him in the back of my face in the headphones constantly.
It's taking
Sorry.
a little too far. Before we end this,
Yeah, I kind of vomited in my mouth there.
I want you to write down
Yeah,
in your
I said it's
notebook
homework.
the plasmatics. Her name is Wendy. I believe her.
PLASMATI.
Oh, this is interesting.
I
After arriving in New York City in 1976, she began performing in live sex shows.
Ew.
And in 1979,
Now we know why Rick
hold
knows
on,
her.
she appeared in the pornographic film
Didn't know any of
Candy Goes to Hollywood.
I knew
Wait,
none of
what
this.
That hold on.
talking about?
That year, manager
Oh,
Rod Swenson recruited her to the Plasmatics. So she was a sex worker before she was in the Plasmatics.
And
in
now we
sex.
know again why Rick knows her. I'm just kidding.
I knew none of that, and I cannot believe you don't know who Wendy Olin
I can't believe
is.
that you're pretending to.
Yeah,
not
we're gonna
know
have to
her
check
from-
who
I
she
don't
is.
even know who this is.
But she used to perform at clubs such as CBGB.
Wait, now hold
God.
on, because we didn't ever finish what his
Killing
homework
me.
was. So let's go back and recap some of our shows.
Yeah.
After this
We
segment,
talked about-
I should not have any homework. You
Recap.
need to learn.
You
who
never
the hell
did
the
any homework.
plasmatics
Why are
are.
you so? Never mind. I'm not gonna
I
finish that.
can't believe
You're so
that's
lazy. You know that?
It
You are
shocks
lazy.
me. It shocks me.
Not physically lazy, but like anything that doesn't interest you,
Shocking.
blow it off. I know it is.
It's not true.
It's very
I've
shocking.
done plenty of homework.
What homework have you fucking done?
I did the.
Oh, he listened to the new Metallica album.
How is the new
The
Metallica
Wayne
album? Did we have a new Metallica
Oh, you
album?
did
I
listen
not know
to
about
Mad
it?
Season
We have a
because it
new-
was Lane Staley's band. I
We
do.
Is
have
there a
a
new
new,
Metallica album?
That
we
was
have a
while
new
ago.
Metallica
Oh.
album that came out a few months ago
He already
called
did that.
72 Seasons.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, guess who's
I remember what
guess-
your homework was.
guess what?
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
We didn't talk about it.
No.
Uh-oh.
I already told him.
Ace Frehley?
No.
Mike
No.
Portnoy's going back to Dream Theater.
Oh, we did.
We never
I did
talked.
He's
see
not a
that.
Dream Theater fan, so
Well,
it's
No, but I did see that on Facebook.
Yeah, but we
so
talked about
exciting.
Portnoy before.
yeah, it's exciting.
It's exciting.
He's
talk
so
about it.
excited he got inked.
After 13 years,
That's a huge thing.
it was a member,
So
a
you gotta
founding
wonder
member of the
what that-
band,
You got to wonder what the drummer that took his. What was his name? The drummer that took
Mike
his place?
Mangini.
So what does Mangini feel? Did he voluntarily
Uh-oh.
leave, or is he being booted?
Well, that's
Yeah.
the good. That's the question nobody really knows.
Comment in the section. Is he being booted? or
Because
he's talking very nicely online about it all.
Yeah, he's being very amicable.
Supportive,
Very amicable.
supportive of Portnoy joining back.
he said he was just keeping the drum seat warm.
So
But-
for those of you listening, Mike Portnoy
Lives
is,
in.
is rejoining Dream Theater as the drummer. So that'll be.
After 52 projects in between.
He has had a shitload of
Did we ever
projects.
talk about
Winery
the
Dog.
Dead Daisies? Did we ever talk about the Dead Daisies?
I believe so.
Was that your homework?
The Dead Daisies. My homework?
I was just asking.
No. I
But yes.
love the Dead Daisies and have every one of their albums.
I think I remember who it is. I'm getting closer. Oh, nice.
And just recently in another episode met John Corabi, lead singer of Dead Daisies.
Oh yeah, we did talk about
All right,
that.
you're gonna put that away because
Am I?
we're actually we're ending this episode.
You need your
when we're
homework.
done.
If you
I
remember
have
his
no
homework, comment.
Your homework for the next episode is to figure out who the Plasmatics are.
I already
because
wrote it
as a
down,
punk
homeboy.
fan,
I will fit. Oh
it's
God.
shocking
All right.
that
so
you have
wanna
no
throw
clue who
this
they
right
are.
Now? You want to keep saying
Oh.
that? I'm
And
ready.
when you actually
So as
figure
a
out-
DJ, your
Don't
music,
crack your knuckles.
your
As a
music selection
DJ.
is not very deep, sir.
Ouch.
I would
She just
disagree.
insulted your music
I
collection.
did.
You
Do you know
only
anything
All
outside
those
of
say that.
80s
CDs.
hair metal and the Beatles?
No. You only
you admit
say
it.
that because
No
I
Bobby
don't
Womack?
know any
Let's talk Dylan.
punk bands,
No, let's talk Dylan.
but I do know the Plasmatics, which again.
Are we reiterating the same sentence for the 5th time?
We're gonna keep talking about this because
I told you I'll do my homework. You don't
It's
even remember
shocking
your homework.
that you don't know.
Why are we bantering?
We're not.
Just because you got in trouble doesn't mean you need to deflect that on me.
Jesus.
Time. No.
They
Wait,
only
honey.
had 3 albums though, didn't they?
2 seconds, honey. Wait.
Only 3 albums.
GS.
She closed that chair.
We have to say.
I think we're losing a member.
We're closing now.
Okay, wait. We gotta say goodbye to everybody. Can you hold on 2
Does
seconds,
not give a fuck.
But I'm in the
Okay.
background.
baby?
Good night, my peeps.
Good
I've
night.
had enough. Go to bed.
Signing out.
That is for GS's fans. She's leaving.
Good night.
They will miss you.
This was
Things
IHE.
go, we
in
are closing. I was
the-
going to say things go awry when GS is in here.
Yeah.
Continue on. Into my
No, we
No.
don't.
Wait, honey.
Stop.
This is IHE in the Kiss Room.
Good night.
I'm Rick.
I'm Laura.